Hey guys, today's tutorial will be on how to texture a cake. I like to use two different size needle tools just for a variety of textures, one being the craft needle tool and the second being a sewing needle. So first I'll be demonstrating on a plain piece of clay and later on a cake itself. What makes a big difference in allowing your texture to appear more realistic is the amount of pressure you apply with the needle tool. As you can see on the right, I'm just making a very gentle circular motion, barely scraping the surface of the clay. Whereas on the left, I'm being more rough, I'm poking holes, I'm lifting the needle tool constantly, and that's creating a more unrealistic and pickaxe-like texture. Moving on to the actual cake itself, I like to use the larger tool as more of a foundational texturing step. So first I will just create like rough guideline of what the textures I want to be like, and I'll go in with the sewing needle in order to create more of the actual crumbles and to finesse the texture a little bit more. I do this because I find that the clay bits or the crumbs created by the larger needling tool looks slightly less realistic because they are more chunky, whereas the ones created by the sewing needle is finer and it's more easily controlled. Like you can pat it back in neatly into the cake for a neater appearance rather than an uncontrolled messy one. And now on the left side, I'm demonstrating what I don't recommend you do when texturing the clay. And in this way, you can see that I'm being very rough with the clay. I'm just poking holes rather than trying to create the crumbs through circular motions. And while this method is not wrong per se, it does achieve the goal of creating texture within a cake. It's just not my preferred method because I feel that the holes made through this pickaxing or this poking just looks a lot more hole-like rather than cake-like, you know, the texture, the crumbs of the cake instead. And that's all. I hope this relatively short video was helpful to you in some way, and if you do like it, please give me a like and subscribe to let me know, and I'll see you guys in my next video.